Hi everyone, Cameron here with another video for you. Today I have an at-home workout that you can do that is just body weight. All you'll need is clutter-free space, some running shoes. I have bare feet, but depending on the surface that you have, you might either want some running shoes. Just wouldn't recommend using socks as you might slide around. But this workout you can do as a circuit. You can do it once, twice, 3 times. You can pick and choose the exercise you want to do, leave some out, swap some out for another one that you like. But the first one that we have here was a side-to-side motion, just kind of like a jumping jack to get into it. And then I'm transitioning into a jumping jack with a bit of a squat. So as I step out to the side, going down into a squat with my legs, and then bringing my arms up above my head. If you don't like bringing your arms up above your head, you could always bring them across, keeping them at shoulder height. If that's more comfortable for your shoulders, you can use that modification as well. Stepping side to side, trying to breathe out as I go down into that squat. And then my next movement here, getting my arms up again, just like with the last exercise. If you want to keep your arms at shoulder height, you can just reach across, keeping them extended at shoulder height. I'm bringing them up above my head, stepping forward and back with the same leg. So start off small, just a small knee bend in the forwards direction and then a small knee bend backwards. And once you get a feel for it, you can increase that range of motion, going a little lower, a little deeper into that lunge. And then you can also increase the speed. So for all of these, go at your own pace, either a little slower, a little faster, completely up to you. Then as you get more of a feel for it, you can increase the range of motion, going a little bit lower into the lunge. So I do about 10 reps here on one leg, take a little breather, set my arms again, take a step forward with the opposite leg, going forward and back. So here I want to push off with my front leg as I step forward, and then as I step to the back, I'm still using that opposite leg. So it's always the front leg that is working. And then for balance, I just want to keep my weight pretty much evenly distributed from one foot to the other. So you can see my arms are starting to fall here. Try to keep them up. Those shoulders will start to get tired, especially as you get to the second set with the opposite leg. Try to keep those arms either straight up or straight out at shoulder height. And then the next motion here. So a bit of a curtsy lunge. So taking one leg, bringing it back and around behind the other, starting with just the lower body portion here. Trying to keep my hips square, so I'm always staying forward, trying not to turn too much as I bring that leg around. And I want to push off with the side of my foot, so I feel this in kind of the side of my glute. And then as you can see here, just adding an upper body portion by reaching across with my opposite arm, side to side, coordinating those arms and legs again, breathing out as you reach across and that leg coming around. Next up here, an oblique crunch. So setting my arms up above, kind of behind my head, but if you want to set your arms just at 90 degrees, that works too. And I'm just bringing my leg up as high as I can. Doesn't matter if your knee and elbow actually touch. As you can see here, mine aren't. Just going side to side, crunching the side of my torso, breathing out as I crunch side to side. Here I just transfer to that other option with my arms, just holding them at 90 degrees. But it's those obliques, the muscle at the side of your midsection, that we want to work here. So next up here, another side motion. So stepping side to side with my lower body, pushing off that bent leg, and then with my upper body, holding my arms about parallel with the ground, and then just extending and locking out my triceps as I step from side to side. So breathing in as I get to the center with my feet together, breathing out as I step out to the side and extending my arms, and just keeping that going. Just lunging as low as you can go. So if you want to go a little lower or just a small knee bend, do whatever feels best for you. Then our next motion here, a power lunge. So this one's pretty hard on the legs. So modify it if you need to. Use a little less range of motion if you have to. But what I'm doing here is taking a step back and then bringing that same leg forward and off the ground. So we're actually working the leg that stays on the ground the whole time. So not the leg that's moving, but the other leg that stays on the ground, that's the one that's feeling the most tired. Then with your arms, you can hold them on your hips like I had before, or you can just kind of let them go free, a little more natural movement as if you're running. About 10 reps there, but you can modify it, do as many reps as you feel you need to do, and then just doing the opposite leg. So stepping back, stepping forward, bringing that knee forward and off the ground, taking your time as you bring that knee up, because we're testing our balance a little bit going on one foot. So control the motion, take your time, and then a couple different options with our arms, but really we're just focusing on our lower body for this exercise. Next up here, we have some squat variations. So starting with a narrow stance squat and then out to a wide stance squat. So take your time for sure for this one. Don't want to rush it. We want to plant our feet before we go into that squat. The narrow stance, you won't get quite as much of a range of motion. So it's just a smaller knee bend. And then as you bring your feet out wider, then you can sink down a little deeper if you would like into that squat. But take your time, plant your feet before you go down into that squat, and keep breathing. Then my next motion here, again that forward lunge, and then just holding that position. So set your legs first, hold that position, and then set your arms at 90 degrees. And with our arms, we're just mimicking a shoulder press. So holding that position with our legs and then just pressing up towards the ceiling. Then of course you can adjust your stance if you need to. If your legs are getting a little bit tired, just come up a little bit higher. And if you want to make it more challenging, go down a little bit lower into that lunge. Here I'm just doing the other leg, the other side, setting my legs, and then reaching up towards the ceiling with my arms. Try to keep your core nice and tight. Keep breathing. And then we go into our last exercise here. This time holding a squat. So similar as the last motion that we did, holding the lunge. This time just holding the squat, going down as low as you can go. And then with our arms, mimicking a rowing motion. So reaching forward, pulling those elbows back, squeezing our shoulder blades as we pull our elbows back, and just trying to keep still with our lower body. After the lunge, these will really start to burn. So if you need to come up a little bit higher, you can. And then here I'm just finishing with just some reaches across as my legs are really starting to get tired. You can see me struggling. And that is all. So give that a try. Again, you can do it once, twice, 3 times. I will have many more videos coming for you soon. But for now, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you in the next video.